Yo, 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 what is up, y'all? It's Cone back here again today with another video. The NBA draft is 2 days away, which is kind of insane. I tweeted out a couple weeks ago that, I was excited for this year's draft after the lottery because this year the Thunder didn't get screwed like they did last year, falling from pick 4 to pick 6. This year we jumped 2 spots the other way up to pick 2 from pick 4 odds. It was incredible. And so I didn't have to worry about us trading up, like, oh, are we going to trade up from 6 to 3 to try and get like a Mobley? Are we going to trade up from 6 to 4, 5, 1? What are we going to do? I thought that was all in the past. And instead, I've been stressing about if we're going to trade up from pick 12 to whatever, because of course, with the NBA, there is never a time to rest. There's draft rumors flying all over the place. Kings rumored that Jaden Ivey doesn't want to go there, the 4th projected overall pick. He doesn't want to be there. The Kings might not be wanting to select him. They traded for Domantas Sabonis, and they might want to try and win now more, so maybe they trade pick 4 for a win now player. And you've got the Blazers and the Pelicans and all these teams that are rumored to be interested in trading up, trading down. The Thunder have reportedly been aggressive, trying to trade up from pick 12 from the Clippers. There's a lot going on, so I thought I'd make a video giving my thoughts on the trade up situation. As of right now, there's nothing concrete. We don't know if the Thunder are going to trade up or not. There's just been a lot of rumors. So I'm going to try and break down a lot of those rumors in this video. But I do kind of want to start off with saying, please leave a like and subscribe if you do enjoy. I'm also going to be live streaming the draft on draft night, of course. I'm going to be live streaming my reaction. So make sure to come hang out. The Thunder have the 2nd overall pick. So stop by early to see how I react to that. We might trade up during the draft, so you don't want to miss out on that reaction either. And all my other breakdown of all the other picks. So make sure to come hang out when that happens. I believe it's around 7 Eastern or so, but you'll see it in the subscription feed if you do subscribe, so make sure to do that. Let's start off with talking about who the Thunder would get if they stayed at pick 12, because there's a lot of great players in this draft that the Thunder could get at 12 if they just stayed there. Some names include Jeremy Sohan. He's a name that's been tied to the Thunder a lot, a great defensive, maybe the best defensive player on the perimeter in this entire draft class. Out of Baylor, great forward. Jalen Duren, who's a center. He's a lot of fun. I see shades of Bam Adebayo in him. Malachi Branham, who is really fun too, a good shot creator, someone who could really benefit from having Shane Giddey next to him, as well as vice versa. AJ Griffin, a sharpshooter that's been rumored to be falling a bit in the draft due to injury concerns, but he was lights out, one of the best shooting seasons we've seen from a college player in a long time at Duke. And then Johnny Davis, a guy out of Wisconsin, incredible shot creator as well. So those are just some names that could be available at 12 if the Thunder do stay. So, if we do stay, there's a lot of great options. I think any of those guys could really help out OKC, so we could get someone great. But the rumors are the Thunder really like 2 guys that they want to trade up for: Jaden Ivey or Shaedon Sharpe. Now, Jaden Ivey is pretty much the consensus 4th guy behind Chet, Paolo, and Jabari Smith in any order. Those are the top 3. Jaden Ivey is on a tier just below at pick number 4. But like I said, the Kings are rumored to maybe want a win now piece. Maybe they don't want Jaden Ivey because they've already got De'Aaron Fox. They just drafted Davion Mitchell, and they know teams would be willing to trade up for a guy like Jaden Ivey. He's electric. There's so many teams that are rumored to be in love with him as a prospect. And then you've got Shaedon Sharpe, who is very all up and down draft boards. Some people are even saying he might be available for the Thunder at 12. But for me personally, I think he's going to be gone by around 8, 9, or 10. I don't think there's any way he falls to 12. He's a mystery, though, because he really could go anywhere up and down the draft board from like 5 to anywhere like 12 because of the mystery behind him not playing in college, only being a high school player, but seeing so much out of him that looks incredible that he could really be a force in this league if he gets into the right situation. So I could see him going anywhere in that range. So those are 2 guys that the Thunder are reportedly really interested in. There's also guys, if those 2 are gone, like Dyson Daniels, great playmaker, really solid shooting potential, great defender, off the G League Ignite. As I mentioned, Jalen Duren, Benedict Mathurin out of Arizona as well. He's someone who could maybe be available at a 7, an 8, or a 9 if the Thunder trade out for him. So there are options. Now the question is, what would it take the Thunder to trade up to, like, say like a pick 7 or 8? Because those are the clearest targets. At pick 7, you have the Portland Trailblazers, who have Damian Lillard and are very clearly trying to continue to build a contender around him. There's been rumors that they'd be willing to move pick 7 for maybe like a Jeremy Grant or like a John Collins, someone who can help them win now. And while the Thunder don't have a player of that caliber, they could give them a lot of assets to maybe upgrade other pieces. Say the Thunder throw them a few first round picks because we have no shortage of those. We could throw them some of them and then they could maybe repackage them, or in a 3-team deal, give another team some first round picks. That team gives the Blazers a win now player. We get pick 7. Something along those lines could maybe work out. Now there's rumors that the Blazers want Dort for pick 7 as well as pick 12. I'm not down for that. I don't want to trade Dort to move up 5 spots. Dort is very valuable for this team. He's got a lot of 3-and-D potential, and I'm just, I'm a big Dort guy, so I wouldn't be willing to move off of him to move up 5 spots. The Pelicans maybe would want like a guy like Dort, but I don't think we would throw him in, whether it is for 7 or 8. Maybe we could give them like Kenrich Williams, Isaiah Roby, and some picks, including pick 12 or something like that, so they get some pieces to upgrade around the edges while also staying in the lottery. So maybe something like that. So to get a guy like Shaedon Sharpe maybe in that range of 7 or 8, it wouldn't take too much. There is avenues available. Then comes the question of, what about to get a guy like Jaden Ivey? Because Jaden Ivey has incredible potential. There have been a lot of rumors circulating around, which I'm not quite sure how much I believe them. The Thunder really don't let a lot leak. There was rumors last year that James Bouknight was our pick at 6, and we went with Josh Giddey, and then Bouknight fell all the way until the double-digit picks. So I don't think the Thunder really just don't leak stuff, so I don't know how much faith I put into it, but there are rumors that we like Jaden Ivey a lot. And, say we want a guy like Jaden Ivey, I don't think we take him at pick 2. I still think we take either Chet, Jabari, or Paolo. I think it's very clear those are the top 3 guys, but if we want to get up to pick 4, it might be possible. It would very likely require a lot, probably including Lou Dort, Kenrich Williams, pick 12, as well as future picks to trade up 8 spots, which the Kings might be interested in because those 2 guys could help them win now for sure. Future picks allow them to upgrade the rest of the roster, and they stay in the lottery at pick 12. It would hurt a lot to see Dort and Kenrich go, as well as future picks. But if we can get a guy like Jaden Ivey, it probably is in the best interest of the team, as much as it would hurt me as a huge Lou Dort guy. So I probably don't want to see it happen in just terms of a fan, but it would make sense if we made a trade like that if the Kings were down for it. I mean, a lineup of Ivey, Shea, Giddey, Chet, and whoever is playing the 5, or if you move Chet over to the 5 and you slot in like a Poku or a Bazley, like that's a really fun young starting 5 that has a ton of potential, and a core of Ivey, Shea, Giddey, Chet, Trey Mann, Darius Bazley. Like that's one of, if not the best young cores in the entire NBA. Like the rebuild is basically over at that point. It's just a matter of those guys getting better. So it would be really fun. It would be an incredible lineup. It would hurt to give up Dort, but if the Kings are down for it, the Thunder, that's a trade they should probably take. Now, the question is, would the Kings be willing to trade down that far? Or maybe they want the Thunder to trade up to like 7 or 8 first and then trade up, which could cost the Thunder a lot if they were to move up to a 7 or an 8 from the Pelicans or Blazers and then again back up to the Kings, probably in some kind of like hybrid 3-team deal. That is something that I could theoretically see happening if the Kings aren't willing to trade that far down. They are in win now mode, but they're still going to try and get as much value as they can. They got lucky in the lottery. They moved up to pick 4, and I think they're going to take full advantage of that. Now, there is, of course, the possibility that the Kings just take the pick. They just take Jaden Ivey, best player available. That would definitely make sense. Sure, it's a weird fit with De'Aaron Fox, and they just picked Davion Mitchell, but in the NBA, in the draft, it is pretty important that you just take the best player available and you figure things out later. I mean, hell, halfway through the year, maybe Jaden Ivey shows out, there's a superstar who wants out, and Jaden Ivey, you could send him off to another different team, bring in that superstar or just all-star caliber player, and then boom, the Kings have 3 potential all-star caliber players in Fox, Sabonis, and whoever they add. Maybe there could be something like that. Or are they kind of willing to give up that pick to bring in some more assets to upgrade kind of around the edges, bring in some first round picks from the Thunder or any number of teams, because there's rumors that a lot of teams are interested in pick 4 because, you know, the whole King Ivy thing. Who knows? Who knows what they're going to do? For me, I think it's a lot more realistic that the Thunder could trade up to a 7 or an 8, give up like a Kenrich Williams, Isaiah Roby, maybe one of the many guards we have off the bench, like a Ty Jerome, a Teo Maladon, something like that, as well as pick 12 and maybe another future pick to move up a few spots. I think that's a lot more realistic than trading up for pick 4. If I've got to make a prediction, if we're being aggressive, I think it would make sense for us to trade up. It's just a question of, do we have what these teams want? Because if the Blazers want another star next to Dame, we don't have that. We have Shea, but obviously we're not giving up him or Giddey to move up in the draft. So I don't think we give up Dort, who is eligible for a contract extension this offseason. I don't think we give him up to move up a few spots. So then it's a matter of, are they willing to take on like Favors, Kenrich, Isaiah Roby? Like, are they willing to take on those pieces? I think the Pelicans is the most realistic spot. So if you're asking for a prediction from me, I'm going to guess that the Thunder trade up from pick 12 to pick 8 from the New Orleans Pelicans. Now, if that lets us get Shaedon Sharpe or not, who knows? But I think that would allow us to get a better pick of those top prospects. So that's my official prediction. The Thunder trade up to pick 8 to get either Shaedon Sharpe or whoever else. Maybe we try and trade up a little bit more, see if we can get the Kings to bite at pick 4, but I think it's just kind of out of reach. I think they end up taking just Jaden Ivey or Keegan Murray, one of the best players available. So we'll see. But those are my thoughts on this NBA draft, in the whole trade-up situation. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. We have one more day until the draft, or one day between now and the draft, so maybe I'll drop a mock draft tomorrow. If you do want to see that, please let me know in the comment section below. I'm not a draft expert or anything, but I've been keeping up decently, so I could do my best. So let me know if that's something you want to see, or just any other draft content that you want to see tomorrow. Just a couple days away. We're almost there. Definitely check out the draft live stream if you'd like. Like I said, it's going to come on right when the draft starts, so definitely be there for that. With all that being said, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy. Comment down below who your favorite prospect is in the draft. I appreciate y'all watching. I'll see y'all later. Real one, say it back.